is it like a jumpsuit, like a short jumpsuit, or like I don't know what it's called. But it's where it's a one piece, and it's got the top and then the shorts as well. I don't know if that's called a jumpsuit because I know the long ones are called jumpsuits, so I don't know if the short ones are called jumpsuits too. I don't know. Anyway, I thought I would take you through a little bit of the process of designing. I'm gonna go in this corner here and just start small over here. Maybe do a spoiler pen. Um, but I just want to go through this. So I have, that's kind of really far to the side. I'm gonna regret that. Okay, hang on. I have this idea for a really cute jumpsuit. I'm just gonna call it a jumpsuit for right now. But I wanted to work through it a little bit before I started crocheting it, because there's just like weird things to think about. There's my little straps. Okay, here's the top piece here. A little. I also wanted to have the like arm sleeves part come. I wanted it to come like maybe a little bit higher than that, but come like this maybe down and over like this. Something like that. It's a little bit messy, but it will be, I think. It's gonna be kind of messy. And then we have some shorts coming out of it. Like so. I don't make that look not weird because that's kind of how the shorts go, but we'll do something like that. Okay. So that's kind of a very weird drawing of it. I think I might come in and make this part a little less poofy. Like this. That's a little better, I think. Okay. So this is what I'm going for. I'm going to start. I wanted. Hold on. Let me go over here a bit. I wanted sizes extra small through 4X. Okay. Let's go through a little bit here. Let's see. Let's make like a little chart. So, let's see. We need the bust circumference. We need the chest length. We need the waist circumference. And I think space. That's really bad. Look how little space I have. Okay. Might be better if I do this on a different layer, but we're already here, so. Okay. Bust, chest, shoulder, waist, hip, and then, oh, excellent. Okay. That's so easy to do with the pen I have. I need the inseam length. Okay, let me, I think if I grab this really quick and I copy paste it and then move it, and then I wanna make this downy. Yeah. What? Oh, wait. I was on the wrong layer. Story of my life. Okay. This. Oh, I accidentally stole a little bit of my writing. That's okay. The layer. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. So this. A little bit further this way so that I can. Whoa. Oh my gosh, wrong layer again. Always the wrong layer. Okay. Drag this a little bit over here. This too. Make this smaller. Okay. It's a lot of stuff like this, I guess. It's just rearranging stuff. Okay. And then for here, I need to have the sizing, so extra small, medium, large, extra large, well, okay, 2XL. I know there's a difference between the XXL and the 2XL, but I don't think I'm gonna. Okay, there we go. These could be a hell of a lot smaller as well. Okay, ignore the way that I just did that because that was kind of terrible. Okay. Oh. Okay, these can be really small too. I feel like maybe there's like a chart that I could make. I don't know how to do that in Clip Studio though, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, I'm gonna worry about these in a minute. For now, I want to take a look at the design of the clothing item itself. So I wanted to have a here, so I have just the straps going, and then this will go over the shoulders. I wanted to have like a scallop border on this, like that, and then one on top as well. I don't know how well that'll work. It'll just, well, it has to go like down. It'll just be like kind of doing a border, I guess, on something. I have to figure out how I'm doing this whole thing in the first place, because this piece will come up to there probably. Anyway, I have to see. And then I wanted, here, let's clean this up a little bit, like this. Whoa. Clean this up. Okay. Go a little. Oh no. Whoops. Okay. I don't have to be so perfect. perfectionist about this. That's maybe my problem. Okay, there we go. And up here. These scallops somehow ended up being really tiny. They're gonna be the same as the other ones though. So, well. And then on here, I wanted to have some little spaces in between, so we'd have like this. Basically, this will be a mesh stitch, a mesh stitch, kind of. Like that, all the way around it. And then here, bust, or the waist is just gonna be a ribbing piece. Although I don't know what kind of ribbing I don't know what kind of ribbing I want to do, whether it's like a slip stitch or single crochet, or I have to figure it out. And then for this up here, I wanted to have like basically some squares in a sense, but just with some like little holes in the center. I guess they wouldn't be so square, depending on how I do this. The problem I'm thinking about is that these little holes, I don't know if I want to do individual squares where I have like the ones coming out, or if I want to just do like a mesh stitch like this. Because the problem is that I kind of wanted to have like an actual separation in between each of the squares. So doing it as individual squares like this would probably be too much work, you know? But, and then on here, I was gonna do just a shell stitch, basically. So, I don't really know how to draw this out the best, but I just wanted to do a shell stitch for the bottoms. And then on the bottom here, these will have that mesh, like we'll have like that kind of, and then this will have that mesh stitch that we did on the top there. We'll clean this up a little bit here. Sorry, I forgot to turn off my thing. Okay, so then these will have that same, well, that's not exactly how it would look, but here we go. That same mesh, and then the scallops as well. Clean this up a little here. Oh. Okay. Oops, that's fine. Okay. Anyway, so that's the basic. And then obviously I don't really have the texture for the shell stitches, only at the top here, but that's the thing is with, let's make our thing a little bigger here. With those, I don't know if I want it to be just like something like this. Where it's just like a hole made by a chain in the center, and then we have our little quote unquote square. I guess a way I could kind of maybe make a separation in between is if I did whatever stitches here in the back loop so that it has that, but then I won't have separation here unless I did like single crochet. But this is what I'm gonna have to play with when I actually make it. Alternatively, I could make a square with just like a couple chains in the center, like 10 or something, and then the like double crochets thing, you know. Whoops. These things are the way. You get what I mean though, like just like individual squares. That's very a very rough representation of it, but just make the individual squares and then sew them together would help me have that separation. But again, I will have to think on it, because the back loop only could give me some texture by just like ever so slightly putting it behind. Anyway, these pants are gonna be shell, and then the scallop border was what I was about to write. Border. Okay. And then in here, the mesh, it's the double crochet, chain one, double crochet, chain one, so on and so forth. Such like that. Okay. Stuff like that. So 2 rows of that, and then actually I might put half double crochets in there, in between. I might use half double crochets for all that. I don't know. I will have to see. I have to see what it looks like, but this is what I'm saying, like this is what I have to play around with. So let me search here for some measurements. Measurement chart. Okay, so I have the waist, hip, and bust here. So is this, oh, it doesn't tell me if they're inches or centimeters. Inches, I'm assuming. What does that mean? Okay, hang on. I don't know what that means. Okay, here. That doesn't have Excel. The problem is, these, a lot of the time I have to look at several different charts to get the sizes I want. Oh, here's a good one. Okay, for this stuff at least. So the bust in inches is 30. Oh. Maybe I should go by this chart is very strange. Okay. Extra large is 45 bust. Let me just go down. Hold on. 2XL is 49.5. 3XL is 55. 4XL is 60. Okay. The waist for, is it extra large? Okay. Is 38. And the hips are 47. Okay, and then 2XL is 42. 3XL is 48. And then 4XL is 53. Okay, and then the hips. 2XL is 52. And then 3XL is 57. And 4XL is 62.5. Okay. Now I just length, so this there, the shoulder length and the inseam. The inseam is probably going to be the hardest one to find because I have looked before and they don't really like to tell you. So let's find, let's see, shoulder. Oh wow, here's good. Wait, this one has like literally everything. Okay. Other than the inseam. They never have the inseam. Okay, shoulder. Are these in inches though? Are these in inches? I feel like, okay. Yeah, based on the others. I might, hold on, I'm gonna actually rewrite all of these in accordance with this chart so that it's kind of a little more consistent. I feel like that's important. Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna. Okay, the shoulder length. 14, 14, 14, 15, 15, 15, 16, and 16. Or not. 16. Okay, hold on. Wait. Let's see. Small 14, small 14, medium 14, large 15. I wrote 3. It should be 2 15s and then 2 16s and then a 17. Okay. Bust is, okay, 32, 34, 38, 40, 42, 45, 48, and 51. Okay. And then, let's see. It doesn't have the length of like the chest length, unfortunately, but okay. See, waist, let's see, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, and 44. 36, 30, oh Christ, 38, 36, 38, 40, 43, 46, there we go, 49, put my stuff back to normal, 51, and 54, okay. Now, the problem is now that I need length. And okay, hold on. Let's see, inseam. Measurement chart. That's waist, inseam. Oh, that's for pants. I need to make sure. Shorts. Measurement chart. Oh wow. But see, this one is this one only goes up to XL, so maybe I'll write these ones down for, I'll write these ones down for now, okay. So, inseam, 4 inches for small, 4 inches for small, 4 inches, oh, it's just 4 inches across the board. I feel like, you know, maybe that's, if it's the same, I feel like, I don't know. Well, I guess that makes sense, because the inseam is this, so if it was different, they'd be longer. The real thing I need is how many inches to add in the crotch area when I'm working on the shorts, because when you work on shorts, you crochet in the row like this from top to bottom, and then at the crotch you'll chain a couple, and then that will be like your crotch area. So you need to make sure it's big enough that the shorts will fit. I guess if I have the thigh measurement, I don't know, I'm gonna have to come back and think on that a little bit later. But I do, okay, I want to use either a 3mm to 4mm. I don't know why I only put 1M there. That's about the size of hook I want to use, I think. And then I have a light weight yarn that I'm going to be using. Okay, so I think this is a good start for me to look at. I'm just going to put a little question. That's a 2. I'm going to put little question marks here because I need to figure this out. I need to figure this whole thing out. But I've got the waist, the bust, the shoulder length. I need this length still. And I need to make sure I'm getting this length as well. But this length, I need this length here. And then I have this length for what I'm going to do. I will make maybe one video on me actually making this. It depends. Because I am actually planning on making this into a pattern that I will sell, hopefully. So I have to make it, obviously. I have to work on everything. I have to figure out, you know, each pattern for each individual size. And then I can go from there. But with that said, I thank you so much for watching this video. other social medias, which are linked down in the description. Also my website where you can buy my crochet, and eventually, in like hopefully less than like 6 months time, you can buy this pattern when I get it all figured out. I will be asking, when I'm ready, I will be asking for pattern testers. So, you know, in like a while, maybe be on the lookout for that. This is going to take me a long time, especially because I have a little bit of yarn that I'm going to use that's the sizing I want for this, that I'm going to use to test out making the extra small, because I don't know if I have enough to make any other size, to see if I can get the design I even want in the first place. And then I will have to buy other yarns to make the rest of the sizes, to get the sizing for those and the pattern for each individual size. Like, how many do you chain? How many rows do you do? Stuff like that. Anyway, I hope that you have a good rest of your day / night / whatever time it is for you.